Let's have a look on YouTube.
Fingers crossed.
I think it's working. Oh yeah, it does seem to be working. No, it's working. It's working. All right.
Do you
Brilliant.
want to shoot like a copy of the address in the actual chat? Then we can check for you if you
Yeah,
want.
yeah, sure. I'll do that real quick. I just need to go to my tablet to do that. One moment. Um. Oh, YouTube, right? That's why we're streaming.
How dare!
So once again we are live now. So just so you know, it's live already. Should be live already. But I'm just going to check right now. Yes, there does seem to be a stream happening right now, and I'm just going to put the link into the server here, so you guys can pass it on or watch it while you're in the stream. I don't know. um, all right, and here we go. Bingo. Okay. Can someone briefly confirm if they're seeing it as well?
I'll go check just now.
Yeah, I see it's working.
Yeah, it looks good on my side.
Excellent.
Yeah, by me too.
Then, greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this special live stream. I'm Zarantanov, President of the United Republic of Obscurium, and I'm very happy to welcome you to 180 years of the Lost Franklin expedition / first proper event of the Micronational Year of Exploration 2025. Now we've got a bit of a program for today. We're going to talk about the Franklin expedition and then about our plans for the Year of Exploration. But first of all, who is even in this stream? I already introduced myself, so let's move on to Otto.
Hello, my name is Otto Green. I am the Grand Duke of Mesperia and the Prince of Istrius. I am a micronationalist who has been around on and off since 2015, and I am grateful to be here. Thank you very much.
Mats?
I am Mats, I'm the Prime Minister of Plyso, and I'm happy to be here.
Eddie?
I'm Ed, and I'm just a general micronationalist, and I've been in the community since 2022.
Phil?
My name is Phil. I am the Crown Prince of the Kingdom of Pabasa, and we are getting ready to celebrate our 25th anniversary foundation this July.
Luis?
Greetings, my name is Luis Marcel. I am the Prince Regent of the Attal Empire, and I've been a micronationalist since 2017. Pleasure to meet you all.
Bart?
Yeah, thank you. I'm Bert Belto. I'm the Director General of the Principality of Silvestria. I've been in and out of micronationalism since 2005.
And Valnar?
Yeah, hello. I'm Monarch Valnar I. I'm head of state and minister of loneliness in the monarchical Republic of Celesinte, and I'm glad to be here and to represent my young government.
Brilliant. I'm very happy and honored to have all of you here for, once again, this special anniversary. And without further ado, let's get into it. What is this day? I said 180 years of the lost Franklin expedition. I still have these presentation slides for when I did a presentation about this whole thing in school many years ago. So I'm just gonna briefly go through that and explain why this day today is so important. Because today, exactly 180 years ago, what would later be known as Franklin's Lost Expedition left England on 2 ships, the Erebus and Terror, to discover the fabled Northwest Passage. If you're not familiar with it, as you can see on my screen right now, it's a passage about 570 kilometers long that leads from around Baffin Island, that's between Greenland and Canada, through the Canadian Arctic archipelago all the way over to the Bering Sea and Alaska, and by extension Asia. The idea was, if you could discover this passage, you'd have the Asian market with spices and whatnot open to you. Although people pretty quickly found out that it was a frozen hellhole and it wasn't really suitable for commercial shipping, and yet people were still obsessed with discovering it, with fully exploring it. And in 1845, it wasn't fully explored yet. So the British Admiralty got Sir John Franklin, better known as the man who ate his own boots, to be the commander for their latest expedition. And now, with a man who, it's good to have an Arctic veteran, but maybe, you know, having the man who ate his own boots as the guy in charge was already a bad omen. And he did literally eat his own boots on a previous expedition. That is not an over-exaggeration. But the ships also were quite foreboding. The names of the ships: Erebus, which means darkness, and Terror, which of course means fear. So perfect for the cold, dark, long Arctic winter. They took these two ships specifically because they were iron-plated battleships equipped with steam engines. So they thought, well, we have steam that's gonna keep us warm and moving. We have the iron plates which are gonna keep us safe from the ice, and we've got the whole thing stocked with 3 years of supplies for a 129-man crew. So, you know, what could go wrong? So today, 180 years ago, they left, and a bit later in July, they were last seen by Europeans off the coast of Greenland, and then no European ever saw them again. Alive, that is. So the first winter came, and they wintered at Beechey Island, which you can see on this map is almost in the middle of the Canadian Arctic archipelago, and already at first winter 5 people died. And now, if you don't like graphic imagery of dead people, I advise you to look away now. Alright, I'm going to show it now. These are the mummies of some of the people that were buried at Beechey Island. Just for comparison, these are the graves and these are the mummies they exhumed. And from the mummies they determined that they apparently had lead poisoning. I'm gonna move on from the graphic images now. You can look again. The cans they had apparently were sealed with lead, the tin cans with the food inside. And so obviously lead poisoning isn't very good. It's not going to kill you as far as I know, but it's gonna make you very sick and make you susceptible to other sicknesses. So they sailed on after this, but they got trapped in ice over and over again, and eventually in 1846 off the coast of King William Island, which is down here off the mainland, they got trapped in the ice for a final time and never sailed again. Here they spent a couple more winters until 1848 and suffered around 24 more deaths, including Sir John Franklin himself. There is the so-called Victory Point note that was found later, left in a cairn, and in there it is reported from the 25th of April 1848, Her Majesty's ships Erebus and Terror were deserted on the 22nd of April, having been beset since 12th September 1846. The officers and crews consisting of 105 souls under the command of Captain F.R.M. Crozier. Sir John Franklin died on the 11th of June 1847, and the total loss by deaths in the expedition has been to this date 9 officers and 15 men, and start on tomorrow, 26th, for Backfish River route. For Backfish River. Backfish River being a river, we're gonna go to a previous map for that one real quick. About down here, just at the bottom of the map that leads into the Canadian mainland. What you need to know, however, is even if they reach the Canadian mainland, the next, supply station or Hudson's Bay Company station they were going for, I believe, was still many hundreds of kilometers away. So it was, at this point, it was already looking pretty bad for them. And they left the ships and walked across King William Island and even made it to the Canadian mainland, apparently, and left behind a lot of dead bodies, bones, relics and artifacts from their expeditions. And apparently they managed to walk around 400 kilometers, but then they all died. Naturally, the Brits, they launched searches in 1848, and in 1850, 55, they found the first artifacts and bodies. You can see this painting here where they have some skeletons in a lifeboat, because when they left the ships they took the lifeboats with them and used them as sleds to carry supplies and sick people. They also had collected reports from the native Inuit who lived in that area, and they told stories of half-starving white people wandering through the area, and also talked of cannibalism, and signs of cannibalism were also found on the bodies, though obviously the Brits saw this in a very skeptical light, because a civilized British man would surely never resort to eating his fellow British countrymen. So of course it was the Inuit who had eaten them, because logic. And some of the bodies were returned to England as well and taken, although many were left on site. Now, the ships themselves, Erebus and Terror, they were found only very recently, about 11 and 9 years ago, respectively, around King William Island. Erebus, as you can see, a bit further south, and they are still being explored to this day. Again, since the finds are so recent, and this area isn't exactly very accessible. As for the legacy of this expedition, of course, Franklin's Lost Expedition has become quite famous and has inspired works of music, art, and literature. For example, if you've ever heard the Iron Maiden song Stranger in a Strange Land, I have heard once that this song may have been inspired by the Lost Franklin expedition, maybe about a member of this expedition. And there's also, of course, the very famous TV series called The Terror, released in 2018, which I know for a fact some people here have watched. If you haven't, I can highly recommend it, but we're not going to watch the trailer since this is a PDF document, so that doesn't work. And to end this talk about this informational talk about the Franklin expedition, I'll leave you with a quote: "Man proposes, God disposes," accompanied by this picture, also supposedly depicting a Franklin expedition lifeboat which is being torn apart by two polar bears, just showing that in the Arctic, man isn't really supposed to be. It's not our domain. So, thank you for your attention in this regard, and that's been all on the Franklin expedition, more or less. Because now we're going to move on to the next thing, which I mentioned in the beginning, the Inter-Micronational Year of Exploration. And I've already heard some people have already done some things for the Year of Exploration, though I believe nothing has been published as of yet. But I guess I'm going to officially open it hereby with a Obscurian stamp issue, which all micronations are invited to also release as a joint stamp issue. And I'm going to show you here what the stamp issue looks like once it loads. My computer is a bit slow because of the programs running on it right now. But here we go. So this first stamp issue for the Year of Exploration depicts the Northwest Passage, and you can see the standard route here. In yellow you can see the Arctic Circle in red, and you can see 6 different explorers, although the first one is a representation of explorers who played a big role in the exploration of the Northwest Passage. This, for example, is a Paleo-Inuit mask, the first one, which isn't representative of a specific person, but more of the Paleo-Inuit people who were the first people to explore this part of the world, so the original explorers. Because when we talk about these acts of exploration, it's always very important to consider that Europeans, more often than not, were not the first people discovering these places. There were people there before the Europeans, and I wanted to honor these people by including this mask. Next is Sir William Parry, who discovered the Parry Channel, which is this big channel right here in the middle. Of course, Sir John Franklin of the expedition, Roald Amundsen, who was the first person to actually sail through the entirety of the Northwest Passage, also around King William Island, though the other way. We've got, pardon my mispronunciation, Amarungkunguak, who also assisted in explorations done in the Northwest Passage. And last but not least, we got Louis Kamukak, who was a very well-known historian, I believe, on Baffin Island. He also researched the Franklin expedition and a lot of expeditions here. And if I'm not mistaken, he was also important to finding Erebus and Terror, though don't quote me on that. But we've got these six people, or 5 people, and 1 representative of a larger group of peoples for the Northwest Passage exploration. And once again, everybody here and everybody watching this is invited to contact Jürgen Schwarz at www.yourstamps.com and have this stamp printed for their micronation with their name and their value. He has the design, so he can just change it at any time. And you can then release it as your own stamp issue, as a general joint stamp issue. And also, I am announcing today, this stamp has also been printed for Obscurium already. A smaller Year of Exploration stamp, namely this one. Now, the version I have says Obscurium, of course, but I'm going to release this image into the public, and then everybody can use this as a base for their own Year of Exploration stamp with the Year of Exploration logo as well, and also printed via yourstamps.com or via other means. So, having introduced the first stamps of the Year of Exploration and the first Obscurian acts for this year, let us move on and let us start at the bottom this time. Let us start with Valnar and Zelesinte. And Valnar, tell us, what is Zelesinte planning for this year?
Well, I'm sorry to say that my government wasn't preparing until now. Yeah, no, sorry, not much plans.
Well, I can maybe fill in just a little bit here. We are planning on doing some joint naval excursions, so I would count that as part of the Year of Exploration. And I believe you're also in the process of building up your navy for similar purposes right now.
Yes, exactly. There's a building up of the Zelesinthian navy.
So we have that. Now, Bart, we obviously talked in the past already about the Year of Exploration and about your exploratory acts in great detail, about whatever they called water moccasins, I believe. So would you like to tell us what specifically Silvestria is going to do and how you're going to avoid the water moccasins?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the introduction. Basically, what we've done is we've taken a kayak. It's 13 and a half feet long. We've modified it, repainted it, added some waterproof hatches and stuff like that just to increase our chances of survival. And we have several different expeditions planned, mostly on water. Going to explore some of the different rivers and streams around Silvestria this summer and into the fall. Probably the one that's going to be most exciting, we're going to put it on YouTube, and we're going to have a 2, possibly 3-day expedition in the swamps of the Gulf Coast near the Mobile, Alabama area. We're going to be exploring some ancient Indian mounds. Part of the challenge of exploring it, though, is that there's no really good place to pull off to camp for the night, except for a few platforms that raise you above the water level enough to avoid the water moccasins, which is a type of snake that's very venomous, and the alligators,
Oh, yeah.
so if we can stay clear of those, I think it's going to be a really good time. We will put that one on YouTube. We've also, we're really trying to get some interest going in this, because I do think that this Intermicronational Year of Exploration is a really good idea, and I commend you for putting it together. But we've also created 2 different medals. Anybody that completes an expedition of micronational, any kind of micronational expedition, send us an email. You can get us on Facebook or on our website, Silvestria, org. Send us an email and nominate yourself, and we will send you this medal. There's pictures on Facebook and the website and all that if you're interested in what it looks like. But we're calling it the Gold Explorers Medal. We've already had them produced, and we've got 20 of them. So I think we're going to have plenty of them to go around. If we run short, we'll get some more. That would be a good problem to have. Also, if you complete an expedition with Silvestria or in partnership with us, we have another medal for that. I think we're calling it the Expeditionary Service Medal. So we're really looking forward to getting involved. We launched our kayak and christened it yesterday. We were a little delayed because we had to make some repairs. But yeah, we're off to a start, and we've completed our first expedition in Emerald Lake. It's more of like just a testing and familiarization, but we did a few laps around the 10-acre lake. So everything's ship shape and ready to go. And I'm a recent graduate of the Obscuro-Duconian Naval Academy. So I'm qualified to lead these expeditions, and I'm looking forward to getting started. Thanks.
I can attest to that last part, but yeah, thank you. That sounds great, and thank you for your initiative with the medals as well. Yeah, it really especially especially glad to hear these details also from Silvestria's side, just to highlight some of the ever-present dangers of exploration, and just so to show exploration can still be quite dangerous and adventurous even today. The times, those times are not yet in the past. So be careful when you go out exploring, even if there might not be any alligators or water moccasins around you where you are. Now, Luis, have you given up on finding the lost city of Herominia yet, or are you having any other expeditions planned?
Well, the current activities planned by Atlia for the year of exploration are printing the stamps, which was one of the activities proposed at the start of the year of exploration. As well, the imperial family will go in. Well, at the moment it's just cataloged as a vacation, but I will try to propose to the family to do a bit of exploring in the lands of Oaxaca, which is a state at the south of Mexico. As well, with the recent reforms to the Atlan military, with the Guardia Atlia proposed by our brilliant Imperial Senator Oro, with this reform, we can propose on marking some expeditionary force to the areas surrounding our claims, either here in Mexico or in northern USA, which will be really cool to see. Of course, it's still in planning, but it's going to be great having the inspiration of the Franklin expedition after it.
Excellent. Phil, any expeditions planned to go along with the 25th anniversary of your nation?
Well, we are planning to go to attend Microcon 2025, so that'll be a bit of an exploration to cross the border into Canada and travel to Montreal. I've never been there before, so we are planning to attend at least part of Microcon 2025. We have some other big things going on just in the community in general that we'll be working on. So we have our 25th anniversary, as we said. So we'll be planning our usual annual party and maybe a few other things along the way. But we are definitely, our big adventure is going to be Microcon 25.
Right. Well, good luck getting across the border.
Thank you. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
That might be more difficult than passing all the alligators and rattle water moccasin snakes. Who is up next? Ah, yes. Edward.
Hello. So I joined this quite late, I will say. So I'm still planning on what I'm going to do. I definitely want to do some sort of English exploration and look into, on behalf of Obscurium, look into like the sort of dragon folklore of where I live and where I'm from, so I can contribute to that sort of breadth of knowledge. I also have just finished university for the summer, so I have 4 months of exploration time on my hands.
Great.
So I plan to look at a lot of the local museums and make the most of the free exhibitions that are around me, because I live in a city with a lot of culture and a lot of the hotbed of exploration and discovery, if someone could say. So I definitely want to see and utilize as much of my sort of geographical advantage as I can in order to create a pretty interesting set of adventurous experiences.
Well, look forward to the results of that. And let's just stick with, let's just jump over to Paul real quick, since he's also an Obscurian citizen. Do you plan on contributing anything to the glory of Obscurium in this year of exploration?
May start hiding some small obscure objects somewhere around the city and taking photos and adding them to the Obscurium database of obscure objects.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
But apart from that, it's mostly going to be a year writing for me. So I'm going to probably be doing more exploration in the mind than in the person.
That's also a form of exploration. So I look forward to seeing both of those. All right. And Mats, now before you say anything, I just want to point out I did a beautiful small excursion with him in 2023, I believe. I visited him in Bremen, and we went to Metalhenge together, which is this I don't want to say rip-off of Stonehenge. It's this sort of replica of Stonehenge. It's this replica of Stonehenge, but it's made out of metal, and it was actually really cool, because unlike Stonehenge, which is boring and down on the ground, this one is up on a mountain, and therefore it's much cooler. Obviously, and it's a trash mountain too. It's an old waste dump. It's overgrown now, so there's not trash sticking out everywhere. But it's an artificial mountain with this metal hedge thing on top, and that was a really lovely thing we did back there. So, are you going back to Metalhenge, or what other plans do you have for this year?
Maybe we'll go back there. I'm not sure yet. We have not much planned for this year regarding exploration, so we will see. But Metalhenge is a good thing you pointed out. Maybe I'll go there.
It was a very nice place.
Long ride. It's not good in the center. It's far away from the city, so.
But that's what makes it a proper expedition, you know. If it were around outside your door, it wouldn't be an adventure, right?
Well, for some, it may.
Well, last but not least, Miss Spiria has already been doing some things, as you mentioned earlier. Would you care to elaborate on that, Otto?
Sure. So for this year of exploration, we have got quite a few different things that we were doing already, as well as some new ones that just so happen to coincide with the year of exploration. First of all, for the year of exploration, we have committed ourselves to finding at least 50 geocaches, which are secret containers that you can only find through GPS coordinates and sometimes hidden clues that go along with it. At the moment, we have found 22. That is between myself and the Grand Duchess Adeli II, as well as getting stamps for the year of exploration. We have also getting other stamps to celebrate our great community, including the exploration of art with a stamp commemorating Galapagos penguins designed by Luis Marcel, a Misperian citizen and notable Atlian citizen. We have also confirmed our intention to go and have a penguin petting experience in Connecticut this fall, as well as visiting Mystic Seaport, the largest seaport in the United States, and hiking the Freedom Trail in Boston. Other than that, we are just quietly and sneakily hiding and rummaging around the forests and guardrails around the United States. That is all we're doing this year.
Well, have fun rummaging and foraging. It sounds exciting too. So thank you all for explaining your intentions for this year, and those are all brilliant projects and ideas, and I look forward to hearing more of each and every single one of those. And so um, we're not going. I'm gonna give you the opportunity in a few moments to say something else about the Franklin expedition, the year of exploration, or your micronation. But while you think on that, I just want to briefly point out we're doing this call in a Discord server which I just created, called Year of Exploration 2025. There's going to be a link to the Discord server, which is going to appear in the comments around this video or somewhere, probably at some point. Otherwise, you'll find it. You'll find it on the Obscurian Twitter account. So everybody is encouraged to join this Discord server and share their plans or their ideas or their results with everybody else here. But of course, you're also encouraged to share it on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, or any other platform you like. But always remember, use the hashtag micro year of exploration. I'll put the hashtag in the server or somewhere as well, different places as well, to remind you all. But use the hashtag so we can have this public collection of all the efforts for this year as well. The important thing is, and this is something I'm really keen on having this be a united effort. While we are all doing our explorations, of course, in very different places of the globe, around the globe, I still want it to be a united effort between all of us, and that's why I'm very keen on having an easy way to collect all of these things together. So make sure to share it here and definitely use the hashtag. And also, if you like, you can write me directly and also let me know directly if nothing else. So yeah, having said that, Paul, do you have anything else to say?
For those of you who decide to geographically explore, I wish you all the safety in doing so. It can be pretty dangerous out there. For those of you who exploring is just setting out your front door every day, I also encourage you to find what you can in the small things in your world that you can enjoy in this year.
Yeah. Otto?
I have nothing else. Thank you for inviting all of us. We appreciate the hard work and efforts that you all have put into this.
You're welcome. Matt?
Thank you for organizing all of this, and good luck to everyone with their explorations and their plans.
Eddie?
Thank you for organising, and it's been lovely to speak to all of you, and I look forward to seeing all of the excellent contributions we all make in this coming year.
Brilliant. Phil?
Just to speak to the Franklin exploration, I think as you were giving the excellent presentation, I think about exploration, and I think the first thought that comes to my mind is there's a sacrifice to it too. I think so many times we think about explorers, and some of their positive traits or negative traits or whatever we've learned from history books or social media or whatever. But there's a lot of sacrifice that goes into exploring too, to leave home, to leave people behind, loved ones behind, to go out and to explore generally the unknown. As much as we know about the world today, there is, as others have said, dangers and unexpected realities when it comes to traveling, when it comes to exploring, when it comes to going out in the unknown, and it can be scary sometimes. So I think there needs to be much respect for those in the past who have taken risks, and many of them have died and perished to learn more about the world, and that's something that only human beings can do. That we have this thirst for knowledge, this desire to learn and to know and to grow and to explore and to be the best that we can be, for not just as individuals but as a human people. And so I think that it's so important to have appreciation for these explorers, for these individuals who have gone out to help us to know more about the world around us. And as we, inspired by their actions through this discussion, through this presentation, through our own and in our own activities, as we are inspired by them, go out to learn more about the world and to be the best we can be for the human family. Let us be inspired by these great heroes of the past and do likewise to take risks, to be safe, but to take risks, to go out into the unknown, and to take courage and to be not afraid, to go out and to learn and to serve and to grow and to be the best we can be for our neighbor. And so I think I think about this is we've had this presentation. We've talked about the many wonderful activities that we're undertaking here in our various micronations. And so I thank you all for all of you and the work that you're doing for your micronations to help others learn to grow and to be the best they can be. And of course, I thank you, Zara Antonov, for organizing this wonderful event and for reminding us the importance of these endeavors. So thank you.
And thank you, Phil, for that statement. It was very well said.
Thank you.
Luis.
I would also like to thank the special presentation you gave us on the flanking expedition. Really informative and really inspiring after what we saw as the failure of this expedition. Inspire future expeditioners to found the Northwest Passage and to find the wreckage of this expedition, which I think at the end of the day, it's also a goal of the explorer to explore, but also to inspire. That's similar to what Philip of Peopleship said. That was a great speech. I love it very much. If I would like to add something, is that expeditions usually in the past weren't that careful with the environment. So we need to take care of that aspect nowadays to be responsible to where we tread. And I would like to also mention that within the Empire of Atlia, there's an award. I created it a lot of years ago, but I haven't had the opportunity to award it. It's called the Nautilus Award. It's from the Southern Star, and it's awarded to people who have a clean bodies of water, both salt water or fresh water, have helped clean it in a significant way. There's not a specific amount of trash or help to these bodies of water, but it should be notable. It should be deemed like a decent amount for it to be awarded. So if any of the people here present can show us labors of taking care of bodies of water in any regard, we will appreciate it, and we will be more than happy to award the Nautilus Award to any of you.
Very good. So keep that in mind as well. Bart.
Well, just want to echo what everybody else has said, and thank you again for putting this together. It's an event that deserves to be remembered, and want to encourage everyone that's able to get outdoors, explore, discover if you're able to. And just a reminder, if you have some sort of micronational act of exploration or discovery, reach out, submit that to us. We'd love to get you one of our medals through the mail, or if you're going to be at MicroCon next month, I will be there as well. Love to present it to you in person. Thank you.
So there's some encouragement to do it now, so you can get it in person from Bart himself. That's something. Bart, do you have any of the medals on hand right now, and can you show any of them to us, or?
I put one in the general chat, but I'm pretty technologically challenged, to be honest with you. I don't think I could figure it out.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Last but not least, my good friend Valnar.
Yes, thank you, Your Excellency Zara Antonov. Thanks for your great effort in this wonderful project, and I invite you to, as you know, we are reforming the administrative status of the Crown subject Swan Lake, and there is a I remember there's a lost ray the Royal Guard formerly explored, but sadly I don't really remember where the ray was, so I invite you to accomplish me by seeking and re-exploring this, well, path. And I don't have anything else to say, as the former speeches are really great, so thanks to you all, and I wish a nice day or evening, depending on your time zone. Thanks.
I would be delighted to accompany you on that. So, thank you all once again for joining us today for this special anniversary and for this live stream. And to anyone else, once again, who is just watching this and who hasn't heard of the Year of Exploration yet, you know how to participate now. So go out there and do something. I've been Micronational of Obscurium, and thank you for watching and thank you for participating. Goodbye.